Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Experience 112, Blind. Now, last time I found the egg. That's one of the, well, I think humans, survivors, has ordered me to find, so let's give it to him.
This way, this way! So, did you get the eggs? The egg! You found the egg! Careful! Don't break it! Give it up!
Isn't it the guy from the beginning that was blocking the door?
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Your promise.
Do you know these faces, Professor Nichols?
Wait,
Okay.
I know you. You're Mike Lloyd, Professor Zeitfeld's assistant.
I'm not sure if that was an error of the game.
It's been so long. So long. 211 months. 12,216 days.
What happened? Was the base invaded?
Commandos. In the middle of the night, they were mandated to kill us and destroy all our documents. Bullets were flying like wasps. Zip, zip, a real slaughter. I narrowly escaped.
Are there any other survivors?
Nobody.
And the receptor, the last one? Do you know if...
There was a traitor among us. The soldiers had all the codes and even the base maps. Someone gave it to him. But who? His name. I've been looking for it for 34 years. Tell me the name of the traitor. I'm certain that you know him. Hold on. There's some missing. I'll be right back.
To be honest, I don't quite understand.
I need your help. I don't understand anything about this spy story, do you? Maybe you know more. Every time Lloyd pronounces a name, nod yes or no with the camera. I'm counting on you.
To be honest, I'm not sure at the moment. There was some talk about it, but I can't do it at such short notice. This guy had some notes in his...
Tell me, Professor Nichols. The spy. Is it Abdullah Melik?
Well, is it? I don't know. He has some files in here.
I wonder if... let me think.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know at the moment.
I'm not positive. I need more time.
Is she going to stall him forever?
Francois Pierre?
What happens if I just say no to all of them? Like... Because I'm not sure at the moment, to be honest. I think he also had something.
I wonder if... let me think.
The Melik schemes. Now, Malik certainly was involved in something shady.
I'm not positive. I need more time.
But I'm not sure.
No, I don't think so.
Linda Manchek?
I don't know who that is even.
Impossible.
Harimanja Namrik?
He never would have done that.
Paul de Provence?
As the cook, I don't know. That's the thing.
That's not him.
Risa Leegland?
Her? What, are you crazy?
Lea Nichols?
I wasn't spying on anyone, Mr. Lowe. I mean, Commander. And anyway, who would have hired me? I only had restricted access to the folders.
Kim Lan Lee?
I don't know.
Her? What, are you crazy?
Paul Gurnish?
Is he going through them all?
That's not him.
Igor Dimitrenko?
No, I don't think so.
Lise Montfleur?
Her? I'd be very surprised.
Stephen Algun?
He never would have done that.
Abdullah Melik?
So I have to point to one of them. It's starting to repeat. I don't know. I guess that's the time where I should finally read the remaining files, because, for example, I have Kim Lan's
I wonder if... let me think.
password from Namrik. So let's go. Log as him.
I'm not positive.
They are going to
I need
spend
more time.
eternity here as I read the files, but I don't know which one of them is the traitor. Yoko Bue is her password, so
Aldo
Lee,
Luciani?
Yoko Bue. Does she have any code to access and open the gate towards the ocean? Okay, might be useful later on. What about the emails? Just the emails from Namrik.
I wonder if... let me
Well,
think.
nothing particularly mind-blowing. And files. I don't have the answer to the password to her sensitive files, but his fair
I'm not
lever
positive.
arm
I need more time.
requires a key. To activate the arm, insert the key into the lock of the car. If the key is removed during its operation, the elevator will return it to the ready position. An emergency battery allows the arm to enable itself in terms of accidental power failure. So I guess I will use that.
Abdullah Melik?
I will use that later on to solve some problems with the bathyscaphe, perhaps, because I am trying to reach it after all. Repair schedule, no problems. Accurate turbine misaligned.
I wonder
Expensive
if...
repairs. All
let me
filters
think.
replaced. Abnormal moisture reported by pilot L. Manchek. Pilot L. Manchek. Everyone knows that pretty girls can get away with everything. Because of her model looks, Linda Manchek is making her
I'm not
colleagues
positive.
crazy,
I need more
especially the
time.
women. Oh. Right, okay. In a different way, perhaps, than I initially assumed, because I assumed this is talking about the other women being jealous of her, of how well she
Leonard.
deals with men. But at first I assumed like all of the female personnel of this base was composed of lesbians or something. She seems to think that she has authority over everyone. Yesterday she asked me to make her a coffee. Who does she think she is? Ultimately, one thing you can't reproach her for is her talent in mathematics.
Let me think.
It took me quite some time to decrypt her sensitive files access code. Ocean. Not as much can be said of Stephen Algan.
I'm not positive.
I only remember...
I need more time.
The only member of the base personnel, I believe, to possess the same alias, password, and access code. I realize he's not very good with mathematics, but to that extent, funny, though, that the most secretive man on board is the one with the least protected files.
Jack Lowell?
I forgot Manchek's password and the name of her logbox archive. Okay, so I can log to Linda Manchek's. L Manchek.
I wonder if...
and then...
Let me think.
Okay, it's pretty annoying how... I wonder if I can like move to a different camera and by doing that mute them or something. But first, let's try this. Archive.
I'm not positive. I need more time.
Okay. Okay, I don't think I can mute them actually, which is kind of unfortunate. Linda Manchek has a code to the Batiscaf, which I will no doubt have to use at some point. And I also have a code to her sensitive
Nancy
files.
Edwards?
Ocean. So, let's start from reading her emails. Okay, she doesn't have any emails. What about personnel files? Batisfer codes. So that's for later.
I wonder if...
until I
Let
reach
me think.
the thingamajig. Batiscaf Operation Manual. Operation Manual requires a level 5 professional license and military accreditation. Start the main motor, power up the computers, start up the horizontal movement.
I need more time.
Oh my god, that's kind of... Once the vehicle is in motion, controls can be transferred to the control keyboard that responds to the following keys. 7 for left hand rotation, ahead movement.
Michael Lincoln?
Well, I have a nasty feeling I am going to need to use that, but... protocol for submarine entrance lock access and the 3 keys. The entrance lock must be used to access the subterranean base. This lock is sealed by 3 security systems.
I wonder if...
The procedure is the same for all 3 magnetic keys. Align the batiscaf with the lock, deploy the connection arm, and move them into the ball port. The connection is made and the interface is displayed. Enter the code as prompted by the computer. With all 3 keys disabled, the pilot must position the batiscaf in front of the entrance lock.
I need more time.
Seize the straps and open the hatches. Submarine photos of the Tirade spin plane.
Jack Lowell?
That isn't particularly interesting. Suspicions about S. Algon and his team. Among the base personnel, he is known as a unique person, a genius with an outstanding intuitive powers, but with lacking practical sense, the kind to dip his pipe in coffee instead of a spoon.
I wonder if...
he is forever wearing the same stained shirt, the same sweater with holes, the little boy glasses to hide his face. Everyone knows he loads computers, considering the animal machine as more superior and worthy of his attention. But behind the facade is a worrying man.
I'm
His
not
passion
positive.
for science is without
I need
limit,
more time.
and I believe he would be willing to sacrifice any of his assistants if it were to advance his work. In debates, he appears incisive, if not violent, and nothing bothers him more than being contradicted. I think we should be wary of him. Aquatic path.
Elaine Morin?
Entrance to the canyon. It's dangerous to enter the canyon. Not only is it a veritable maze where one can get easily lost, but its peculiar configuration generates thermal and magnetic anomalies that interfere with bathyscaphs. The best path is on the right. Canyon's exit.
I wonder if...
Okay, I'll probably...
Let me think.
You need to use that, but S. Algon apparently uses the same password for everything, which is also his login. So... sensitive files, S. Algon...
I'm not positive.
So let's
I need
start
more time.
with his emails. Oh, actually, let's start with his codes. Does he have any codes? Code to the access door leading to CT07. So that's the tank, right? I think. Professor researcher of paleontology and comparative zoology, responsible for the geology and zoology departments. Okay. He doesn't have any emails. What about his files?
I wonder if... let me think.
Various Tyraids anatomical charts. The frontal and side view of the combat Tyraid skeleton. Origin captured.
I'm not positive. I need more time.
And dissection of Tyraid's cranium of intermediary caste. Healing breath. Sex female. Incomplete teeth of the combat Tyraid.
Jack Lowell?
Okay. Hydroxide is a transitory substance, meaning that it circulates easily from one species to the next. It is transferred without problem, without harm, from the animal host to a vegetal or mineral one. Add here comments on the property of the plant.
I wonder if...
In fact, the most responsive vegetal organism and the more tolerant an animal organism to the solutes of HO found in the sap. Using the natural stem or trunk channels towards its leaf receptors. The mineral support allows for the superficial crystallization in form of blue or violet twines, subject to exploitation in its natural production.
Moshe Zeitfeld?
Okay, read that already, and I've listened to the recordings of the combat Tyraids, although I don't think I listened to part 3. And again, it's
I wonder if... let me think.
It's so quiet that I can't really even hear it properly.
I'm not positive. I need more time.
Been able to perform a live recoding of the communication Tyriads. We have named them this way because of their song, very complex, but also because of their approachable qualities, almost friendly, that allow humans to approach them. Look,
Michael Lincoln?
We're recording all this, I hope. I can't make heads or tails of this machine. Yes, it's a male. Impressive, isn't he? And what a chatterbox. I don't know if I can approach it. Wait, it's blinking. What's going on? What if I push this button?
Okay, so they
I wonder if...
communicating
let me think.
with one of the Tyraids, but... Okay. The Ascending Abyss. Will I live long enough to see with my own eyes the Ascending Abyss? If not, to simply confirm that it does not exist. among
not
the
positive.
various rumors
I
floating
need
around
more time.
Well, first, actually, let me do that again.
Abdullah Melik?
Among the various rumors floating around about the advanced space, this is one of the toughest and most captivating. According to the rumor, the Abyss is the veritable heart or even the soul of the Tyrate civilization. The signals of all the castes are kept there in form of aggregate identity-carrying odor.
I wonder if...
But the Abyss is more than an olfactory archive. It's a giant vegetal or leafy mineral, depending on who you ask, designed to domesticate winds. Tyrates use it to travel long distances, which in their minds is intended for socialization with less homogeneous beings,
I need more time.
rather than from traveling from point A to point B. At least that's what I've understood from Paul Garnish's brief report. Oh, if only they gave me the opportunity to visit the Abyss, the language pack. I've never had the chance to handle one of those famous portable language paths. They've been described to me. I've seen photos, but I was unable to duplicate them. But how they work remains a mystery to me. These units do not get circulated much. The few versions in use are kept under lock and key. Fearing improper use would emit the precious pheromones so difficult to capture and synthesize. I've been told these packs allow human users to talk with the Tyrates by emitting the most common 7 pheromones exchanged by those creatures. The pack ensures a reverse translation, allowing their language to become understandable to humans, but it's an operation that is neither simple nor quick.
I need more time.
Which makes us sound like yapping dogs to the Tyrates. A video recording.
Test 1. Pheromone alpha on Argentinian thistle. Eryngium agavifolium.
Jack
with
Lowell.
symmetric mutations. Leaves welded 2 by 2. Plump fruits. Observations. Visible movement of the plant towards the emitting spout. Abnormal rising of sap. Tests 2 and 3. Pheromone beta on the same. No visible response, but the instruments indicate a hyperbolic weakening of vital
I wonder if...
signs. Test 4.
Let me think.
Pheromone epsilon on the same. The plant tremors and balances itself like seaweed swept by the tide. Wait, I smell something. Incredible! The plant is responding.
Okay. So apparently even the alien plants can communicate
I need more time.
With the use of the pheromones.
All right. What have our friends sent us? What a strange plant. I've never seen anything like it. At first glance, it looks like an agave or a bromelaceous, but its lanceolate and edentulous leaves appear more like a thistle.
Moshe Zeitfeld.
My pretty, I won't hurt you. Where is the foot? Oh, she's holding on. Go on, wiggle all you want. I'll get you eventually. Oh, you aggressive little thing. Hurry! I don't know how long it can survive without water.
Okay, but I've read all of his files, and to be honest, they haven't really told me anything
I wonder if...
mind-blowing.
Let me think.
And I'm kind of lost as to which one of them should I designate as the traitor. So I'm not really sure what to do. I think there was a couple of more
I'm not positive. I need more time.
Logins in Malik's files. Yeah, I've read Morin's and Namrik's, but I haven't read Nancy Edwards' files.
Abdullah Melik?
So I guess I'm going. His password is luxury. And Edwards, and password is luxury.
I wonder if... let me think.
Okay, so did she have any Engineer responsible for the tirades motricity and no access codes. Emails? Quite a few, but
I'm not positive.
Yeah, I've read that.
I need more time.
A date. I've read that as well. Tirades motor function. Hello Nancy, how are you? I dropped by earlier, but you weren't around. By the way, you should lock your office when you're away. It's unlikely that a tirade would steal your microscope, but you never know. Anyway, the receptors we launch into the wilderness are often some strange birds. Understood. Another thing, I'm still waiting for your motor function study on the combat tirades. You've delayed it for 2 months now. What's happening with it? Aging tirades appear to suffer from some kind of arthritis. Our friends down below would be greatly appreciative if you could provide some kind of a remedy, ointment or a cream, to ease the pain of their elders. They aren't very strong in medical knowledge, as you know, even if they treat almost everything.
I need more time.
But heal almost nothing by exchanging altered hydroxide oxygen that they called tophanaxium. Listen, Jack, it's 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm not at my best. Can we take this up a bit later, as you wish?
John Palmer?
I'm here, Nancy. Am I disturbing you? Honestly, yes. Someone retrieved a tirade's tail in front of the doors and I'm about to dissect and study the vertebral joints. You work too much. I think I'm not giving you enough of my time, is that it? 1 morning this week, 1 day last week. Yes, the pickings are slim. I'm so sorry, Aldo.
Let me think.
Actually, I enjoy the company of men occasionally. If I see them too often, they get in my way. But not all men are like that scum Lincoln. I really wonder, what were you doing with that guy?
I'm not positive.
We've already discussed
I need more
this.
Time.
This is the problem I need to resolve on my own. Oh, okay, this goes all the way down. Actually, I think you need some help. Lincoln can be dangerous, and though I don't have access to his military records,
Luciani?
I'm sure he has left 2 or 3 colleagues high and dry during his career. He is uncouth and brutal. I can't do very much, but if you know Lincoln's codes, I would have a way to nab him if things go bad. M. Lincoln, and the password is password.
I wonder if...
he's one of the security officers. I've read his files already, so it isn't much of a help, to be honest. Don't tell him I've given you the codes. Nancy, are you there? You're not answering your phone. I thought I'd write to you. I have no news from you over the last few days.
I'm not positive.
Are we fighting?
I need more time.
I thought you were responding positively to my advances. Of course, how can you ask me this? But this isn't a fling for me. I'm feeling something much deeper for you. It's slightly intimidating. You're not a teenager anymore. Time to confront the real world.
Elaine Morin?
I need a little bit more of alone time. I'll write back soon. Okay, and what about her files?
I wonder if... let me think.
Indeed, it is difficult to observe these creatures in motion. Much like reptiles, beyond their similar scaly appearance, tirades are capable of very intense and rapid movements, but prefer slow movements, if not the absence of movement. When they encounter a particular odor, they can remain near it, ecstatic or immobile, for hours. The little data we have recovered, mostly from video recordings, demonstrate the balancing role of the caudal appendix, which propels the animal, but also serves as its seat. Its abdomen, excessively muscular,
Luciani?
maintains overall balance, but some mystery remains. Our digital simulations are unable to reproduce how combat tirades have learned to jump or climb stairs. The research is still young. The alleged displacement of combat tirades.
I wonder if...
Lateral movement
me
on the
think.
ground. Unaggressive approach phase. Lateral movement attack phase. Intermittent whipping of the tail. So I guess they lunge like into, well, I guess not the air because
I'm not positive.
they originally
I
live
need
in the
more
water,
time.
but they like lunge at their enemies. But if they wait, that makes no sense for them to live in the water because this kind of movement is distinctly suited towards, walking on a hard surface. Otherwise, they would just swim like that.
John Palmer.
Okay, communication tirades, pheromones, and movements. Whereas it is well known that communication tirades have a greater ability than their counterparts in pheromone emission and reception, whereas a combat tirade, for instance, has an average lexicon of 700 nodes, plus an additional
I wonder if...
250 combinations. A communication tirade has 7 times more, and a particularly skilled individual, equivalent to a human intellectual, is about 10 times that amount. The movement of vocabulary is the most common, perhaps because the others
I'm not
are swept
positive.
in the wind
I need
and
more
therefore
time.
fast moving. Yeah, the wind. So again, they can't live in the water. They live like underneath the crust of the earth or something, near the core, at a depth where ordinarily humans wouldn't be allowed to
Michael Lincoln?
descend. At least I think so, because again, I'm kind of confused by how this game juggles around with the terms of another world, universe, but also underground and whatever. So maybe it is a different world. Tirades emit more olfactory signals, since movement,
I wonder if...
or as they call it, voyages,
think.
is laden with great symbolic significance. The emission of the epsilon pheromone means, as we know, a decision to wait. But mixed with another, the infamous omega, does it mean to move forward? Locomotion, conquest. The study of
I'm
these
not positive.
combinations promises to
I
be
need more
fascinating
time.
for the next generation of researchers. Okay, so do I have... Oh, wait. I think I have his, because he's like
John
obsessed.
Palmer.
He's like obsessed with bouillabaisse or something, right? I think. So maybe I would be able to get. Although the problem is I don't know how you spell bouillabaisse in English. So there is this problem.
I wonder if...
But
Let me think.
but it might be his password. So would it be p dot p or pd dot p?
I'm not
Right.
positive. I need more time.
I'm not sure, and I'm kind of out of ideas here, to be honest. Well, let's
Jack
try
Lowell?
P. Provence, and then the bouillabaisse is like boil.
I wonder if...
Yeah,
Let me think.
base. Yeah, I can't never, to be honest, remember that. So unless I find it.
I'm not positive. I need more time.
Unless I find it written somewhere, I don't think I'm getting in. Boil. Yeah, I don't think I'm getting in to here.
Nancy Edwards?
And to be honest, I don't think I have any other passwords for now. I've read the ones that were contained in Abdullah Malik's thingamajig. So, to be honest, I'm kind of tempted to just point, because it's clear I have to point at someone.
I wonder if... let me think.
And...
I'm not positive. I need more time.
It's clear I need to point at someone, because they are going in circles, repeating the same information. Although, damn it, I should be able to... If I only remembered how to spell bouillabaisse, I might have been able to get into the cook's, because the cook had like a code book or something. Maybe it's in the files. Nope.
I wonder if... let me think.
Okay, let's try again. P. Provence. And then, how do you write bouillabaisse?
I'm not positive.
Like, it's such a complicated word to me. I think it's like boil. Yeah, I can.
Moshe Zeitfel?
I will never like be sure, because there is another variation in the form of putting a D, like Paul D. Provence, so PD. Provence. I will never be sure if I spelled
I wonder if,
the word correctly.
Let me think. I'm not positive. I need more time.
Yeah, I don't know what to do, to be honest. Because none of the other files have, like, concretely indicated somebody is a traitor. Like, the most
John
suspicious
Palmer.
guy is this guy, Melik, because he's making the others, addicted to drugs. But... okay, I might implicate the cook, because it's the only one...
I wonder if...
I'm pretty sure I could... because I could read his files if only I remembered how to freaking spell a bouillabaisse, but I don't. I have to name someone eventually.
I'm not positive. I need more time.
Because otherwise this will never end.
Andy Leonard.
That's not him.
Abdullah Malik?
It might be him. Okay, let's...
Let me see. Yes, that's him. That's the man.
That's the spy, according to you?
Yes, I'm certain.
I don't agree. The spy is somebody else. Think again.
Oh.
John Palmer?
So, in that case, can I just agree to whatever? And eventually he will be like, oh yes, that makes sense. Well, I guess my second...
No, I don't think so.
I'll wait for the cook
Moshe Zeitfel?
to show up.
Impossible.
Jack Lowell?
He never would have done that.
Aldo Luciani?
No, I don't think so.
More than 3 Professor Nichols? I'm listening. Nancy Edwards?
Not her, no.
Michael Lincoln?
No, I don't think so.
Here's Professor Nichols' last card. I'm listening. Elaine Morin?
No, not him.
I am very disappointed. 34 years now that I seek the traitor's name. I thought you could help me, but you're acting in bad faith. Beat it! I don't want to see you again. Wow, but this charm, who gave it to you?
It's weird.
I get it. Yes, everything is clear now. Why didn't I think of it before? The spy. I know who the spy is. Woohoo! Yeehaw!
My goodness, have you lost your mind?
Paul de Provence, my pretty. The French chef. He's the traitor. What an imbecile. He ruined everything. If only I'd seen this pendant 34 years ago, I would have saved so much time. All right, you can go now. We don't need you anymore. This is the key that will let you maneuver the bathyscaphe until the exit lock if you wish to explore the depths. I have vowed to stay on board. A captain never abandons his ship. Though I did explore the tanks. Tank number 3 is flooded, and nothing can be done about it. Number 4 contains the old spare parts bow locker, but I haven't been able to open the gates. Number 5 is the bathyscaphe tank, but it's completely dark. Lacking any other alternative, here are a few creatures to light the way. Take care of them. They are fragile.
So according to this guy at least, it was the cook. But what is weird is he was cycling through the
I've been in
names.
tank number 6 once. It has change rooms. Officers, it needs a good search.
And after the 6th, are there other tanks?
The last 2, number 7 and number 8. There are rumors about those. I haven't been able to verify. They're closed, and I don't have the key. Why don't you stay here with me? I need someone to help me. There's so much to do.
Impossible. I have to go. Someone's waiting for me.
So write to me. Yes, that's it. Send me reports. This is your commander speaking.
I need access to your folders to do that.
You want my credentials? Dangerous girl. You don't know what you're asking. When you find out what we know, ultimately, it's up to you. Here's my alias, M. Lloyd, spelled M.L.O.Y.D, and my password, 1141-1314-5195. Let me give you my sensitive file access code, too. Oxaldines. You want me to spell it? O-X-O-L-D-I-N-E-S. Browse all the documents there. They'll help you understand many things. Now beat it, and be careful. If you cross paths with combat Tyriads, they'll have you for lunch. Farewell, young lady, and beware the creatures lurking below. If they find you, you won't have long to live. Now, leave me in peace.
Did he just hide underneath the desk? It's weird. But what's even
I'm
weirder?
updating the objectives.
I don't understand why he was cycling through the names so many times, and then when I was waiting for him to get to the cook again, he just decided he had enough of it. Like, I wasn't expecting that. Leaving the tank with the bounty scarf. Okay, but first, let's see these guys. No access codes. Anything on the mail? Medical file. I've read that actually. Between Nichols. I read that on Nichols. Mail. Receptor's racket. I've read that as well. Again, on her account. Pamphlet on the pain. Okay, read that already on Zeitfeld's computer. So, the files. Personal files. HO absorption tests. Before being administered to human, oxygen was tested on animals in variable concentrations and through different channels: injection, fumigation, inhalation. Distributed over more than a year, these tests were conducted on rats, monkeys, cats, and few pigs. Most tests failed. 94% of individuals demonstrated diverse pathologies: hemorrhage, asphyxia, cerebrovascular accidents, anaphylactic shock, which initially disabled, linking the cause of the symptoms to the particular component of HO. Only adult monkeys with a high body mass index survived, which motivated, perhaps prematurely, the initiation to human experiments. Cross-tolerance of animal test subjects. Absorption tests in animals often results in death. 94% of test subjects died pursuant to the experiment, sometimes at the time of the inoculation, but more often within 3 hours following. However, results demonstrate a variable tolerance to the substances in certain species. Large primates, specifically those with a rich diet, thereby overweight, appear to be better receptors than pigs and boars or mice. If the introduction of HO is still dangerous, certain individuals develop over time, though regularly increasing weak doses over a certain tolerance. Through regularly increasing weak doses, a certain tolerance that reduces the effects. Animals with dense cortex and a basic psyche, therefore again large primates, are more resistant than others. The fact remains to be confirmed. Chemical Ecology Laboratory Program of Studies. As a general rule, the initial thyroid studies neglected to consider the chemical factors. I think I read that. Yeah, Anisoptera, certain social inserts, which again, I'm not sure what that means. I think it's a typo, and it should be certain social insects. Whatever. And this is oxaldines. I believe that the new arrival to the Eden base better perceive its dysfunctionality than did their predecessors. The ship is leaking water and could very well sink if no help is brought forward. The installation, for instance, is constructed nonsensically. The labs are cramped, the materials are obsolete, and the security equipment is insufficient. A serious incident would likely result in many deaths. It is therefore not surprising that employees in such an environment resist integration. The number of absences and sick leaves would beat all records if they were authorized. Even worse is that the certain lab directors began competing to the detriment of their shared task. The Sightful team, the Peer team, and the Morin team, and so on, refuse to collaborate with each other but also seek to sabotage one another at any opportunity. In this condition, the future of the base is in peril. I strongly believe that it will disappear without fulfilling its mission. My subordinate position forbids me, for fear of being fired, to express my concerns. Gladly, these notes do not require self-censorship. Here are my impression of the certain base personnel 8 months after my integration. Lea Nichols, known as the Receptor's muse, since she is charged with sending those poor wretches into the Tirate's hell. She has no sympathy for me, which is mutual. Her work appears useless, and her hiring was suspicious. Did she offer bribes to attain her position? Wouldn't be surprised. Sightful, my boss, a dangerous character who I've learned to suspect right from the start. He is the kind of guy who would push you down the stair or poison your coffee. I watch him like a hawk. John Palmer only enjoys machines and gadgets, thoroughly transparent. A real scientist with proven skills, but a bizarre and unpleasant sense of humor. Paul de Provence, I don't like chefs, and this one even less. I sense he's hiding something. Could there be a more suspicious character hiding behind this debonair cook? An athlete trained for security. No comment. An ugly man who motivates a desire for genetic evolution. The less I consult this doctor, the better I feel. I don't know why, but he's worrisome. His smile is fake about Melik. Igor Dmitrienko, prince of mathematics apparently, works in the tanks, but I never met him. Linda Manchek, everyone dreams to be locked in a bathysphere with this beautiful pilot, but her heart is taken. She only loves her submarine. Counts and deductions. So is this about the extortion racket? I would assume so. Incorruptible. As a reprisal, I sabotaged her language pack. She won't get very far in the Tirate's world. Obtained at great pains. Sexual blackmail. In progress, marginalized, undoubtedly broke. Nichols protects him. Reveals nothing during our encounters. Working on him. A reminiscent anamnesis, which is the secret organization. Just like your family, you can't choose your colleagues. To be honest, mine are detestable. It isn't their incompetence that bothers me, but their utter lack of curiosity. They can't see anything beyond their specialty. Yet what a fantastic mission this is. The exploration of a new world. Again, I'm not sure what that means. I guess I will learn that soon enough. The study of a new species. Personally, I can't shake the notion that meeting the Tirates will serve a greater cause and will aid in the development of humanity. Rare are scientists these days that wish truly to discover something new. In fact, in our labs, not 1 hour goes by that our microscopes don't examine a vegetal specimen, a mutant mushroom, or an unidentifiable animal. Such a bubbling of life is often terrifying. Without really sharing their perspective, I understand the reminiscent anamnesis position, seeking to destroy all traces of the Tirates. At the same time, my scientific mind is against it. This is the dilemma of pioneers. Codes to Igor Dimitrenko's sensitive files. Certain secrets merit particular attention, and sensitive files are a prime example. I only need to retrieve his password, and I'll have complete access to his files. His code is Pigpen. So, I would assume it's the code for his files, but not for his... Yeah. So I don't have the actual password so far. But you know what? I am going to end this episode here, but also in the meantime, I'm going to check the spelling of the word bouillabaisse, because I'm pretty sure it has to be the password to the cooks thingamajig, to the cooks folder. And I don't consider it cheating because I'm not checking the walkthrough for the game, just strictly the spelling of the word in English, you know, in a dictionary. So, because I remember the significance of it, but I don't remember how do you spell it. So I'm going to check it, on my own, and then maybe try to get into the cooks files in the next episode. But for now, that's everything for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!